And we are live. You see how quick that worked? This thing is on point today.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym of the Crypto, episode 379. Today is Friday, April 12th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
At 3-ish, and today we have a lot of interesting stories we'll be talking about. Of course, top story of the day, Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin has become a rapper overnight. Goldman Sachs CEO refutes bank ever had plans to open a crypto trading desk. Coinbase loses another senior executive as Dan Romero quits his position. Tim Draper to meet with Facebook executives in regards to her investing in rumored Facebook coin. Of course, the Bitcoin donations was poured in for WikiLeaks after Julian Assange has been arrested. And last but not least, Binance Labs has granted $45,000 to some open source blockchain startups. But before we begin, let's go ahead and shout out that cryptic coin winner from yesterday.
Oh, yeah. So our cryptic coin winner from yesterday is Peter L. Thank you for your comment in response to our question about DLive and whether PewDiePie, which is the biggest subscriber, has the most subscriptions on YouTube, moving to DLive was a good move. They agree with it, said it will bring good, people to the platform to be able to use it and make it more trustworthy. So shout out to you, Peter L. We'll be sending that free cryptic coin to you.
Thanks, Peter L. And definitely want to continue to keep track of that. I've heard he actually made that move before and kind of went back. So yeah, hopefully he'll stay this time. But again, it does depend on the platform if it's ready for something like that. But it's definitely about to test his ability to scale. I mean, if you get somebody that big on there. So thanks, Peter, for that. And of course, let's go ahead and jump to today's top story. What's going on? I see some people flowing in. What's going on? Cornelius Broadnex, Donald Muhammad, Dane Avery. Vitalik's bars are going to unleash the bulls. LOL. We're about to talk about it and find out. As Dane just alluded to, the top story of the day is this photo here. Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin becomes parody of himself in bizarre crypto rap. That is right. I didn't even see this story. Bitcoin Zay asked me, did I see Vitalik Buterin rapping? I didn't even believe him when he told me. I literally didn't believe him.
I was in tears.
Right? I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, seriously, Vitalik Buterin is rapping. How do you think this is going to affect the crypto market? And I, again, didn't believe him until he showed me the video. So here it is. It's crazy. The story even says it's hard to believe the market has reached a bottom when developers are still rapping on stage at crypto conferences. That is true. This looks like the top of the bull run. But what's going on here? Can you tell us what this video is about before I play it here for everyone?
Well, apparently at their conference, they wanted to spice it up and, do something a little different.
A cool team building activity.
Oh, yeah. So they got some, I guess about 30 minutes of practicing for the backup dancers, and they got Vitalik some raps written by somebody trash. I don't know who. Hilarious. But apparently they got on stage and wanted to, I mean, they're getting the attention they want from it. I mean, we're talking about it. However, it was terrible, and that is what you will see in this video, so judge for yourself.
Right, let me go ahead and pull this up. So here's the YouTube one. As you can see, it's 4 minutes total, but there's also some on Twitter we can take a peek at. But we'll do the Twitter one first, a quick one, just so you can get an idea of what's going on here. Let's put his microphone next to it for our podcast folks. What is going, I don't even know what's going on here. This is madness. Vitalik, come on, man. You better hire Ian Bellina, get you that swag sauce. Here's the YouTube that's zoomed out a little bit. As you can see, he has a lot of people. I'm not sure if they're doing this is like the Michael Jackson, what's the Michael Jackson? This is like the Thriller dance.
Yeah.
With a little shark. I don't know what the shark thing is. There we go.
What is that?
But yes, for those again who do not know who this is, right? The shark thing is crazy.
What drugs are they on? Is my first question.
Yeah, that's seriously crypto conference.
Yeah, and don't bring that around me at all. What in the world?
Well, again, the main part of the story is that for those who don't know, I'm sure everyone does who's watching us, but if you're new, Ethereum. Its founder Vitalik Buterin created Ethereum. He's like 17 years old. The guy's like 23 right now. Of course, he has Russia behind him, as well as the United States. Everybody wants to challenge genius, but he is hitting one of the largest projects in the industry, Ethereum, of course. And he's going on stage rapping with his development team and some of, I guess, the people at the conference behind him dancing. So, of course, as Bitcoin Zay mentioned earlier, do these things affect not only price, but, will they affect future investors? Because I mean, again, we always talk about we don't want all the regulations and stuff. And the reason why people try to get regulations is to mitigate risk. And I get it. If I'm a whatever person, I don't care what your age is, but if I'm bringing money from another market into this market, I want to invest in things like Ethereum, and this is the first thing I see, then yes, the hesitation will be real. I mean, you literally have people in the background. What is this guy in the pink doing? He's having a ball.
I mean, this lady in the white pantsuit is getting it
she in. Is, yeah, you're right. She did something.
We have no reason to believe she's not on drugs.
Hilarious.
But yeah, this whole video is kind of hard to watch simply for that reason, because anybody, I mean, if you were watching a TED Talk and somebody started doing the moonwalk
great point.
halfway through, just because it was like, yeah, I got a rap song about my new product, and they started just wildly dancing, you were like, okay, this dude's an idiot. Or, you know, like we said, what types of drugs did you take? But it is interesting in the crypto community how you do have that weird element, a part of it, where you have a bunch of people who are very, very smart. They're good at development. They sit inside all the time, and, you know, they sit at computers. They you know, code a lot. But then when they get to the outside world and you have to do partnerships with other companies and they want to actually shake hands and give money, one of the things they look for, you don't necessarily have to wear a suit and be just like them, but they do want some sort of seriousness about it. And this just seems like a bunch of kids having fun. I mean, this is like crypto kitties embodied, basically. So we'll see if it'll affect in the future, but hopefully this video goes away soon, because this is terrible.
Well, I mean, even in the in the video, you talk about the proof of kitties and stuff, how that was. I mean, you saw the unicorns in the background, and of course they had the rainbow. They want to be inclusive of all sexualities and all that good stuff. Again, good messaging, but let's not be confused. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Will one day become a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And if anything, huge fan of Vitalik, Buterin's mind, of course, but if anything, he's actually putting himself at risk for doing things like this, because all he's doing is literally making more enemies.
Yeah.
JP Morgan's, what's his name? Dinosaur Diamond, some of these other banks, some of these other companies who want to steal that technology he has, or that information he has, or the things he knows, they look at him as food when they see him on stage dancing and bouncing around. They're like, oh, we are about to come in and take everything this kid owns. He has no clue how serious this is.
Hey, but I will say though, he might be doing this because he don't care, because he got Russia behind him. He could just be like, hey, I can get on stage and dance weird and do whatever. You're not gonna do anything to me. You're not gonna lay a finger on me.
Mark Zuckerberg had the FU business cards and the hoodies when he came out, and it worked. So again, that might be it as well, for him to kind of snub his nose at a lot of these people too. Like, yeah, you got to go to work every day. I'm at this conference dancing on stage, son.
Oh yeah.
But here you can see some of these lyrics that started off. His rap debut started off, quote, as he said, "Proof of stake is hard, but one thing I do know is when you can't tell what he says. And Shard will change the whole thing, though. Ethereum 2.0, yo. Ethereum 2.0, yo." And that rap is referring to the upcoming scaling upgrades that Ethereum will undergo, including his move to proof of stake and sharding. And as you see here, Latitude Blockchain Services tweeted that Vitalik is sticking to the tradition of doing something embarrassing at AICOM.
Yeah.
You know, I will say that, last but not least, like, one of the main positive things, though, if this is his team on stage with him, whatever, it's cool. If this is you guys' way to do your team building, make sure everybody's close, get work done. That's what's up. But again, when we talk about mass adoption slowing down, this is what we're talking about. As this person said, this video features a cringeworthy unicorn dance, as you all saw. So, Jizzy Max said, yes, embarrassing to even watch. What's going on, Allison? He said, not an ounce of soul on stage. What's going on, Tommy Brown?
Yeah, funny to see, man.
What's going on, Crypto Wimp? Yeah, that was pretty funny. But hopefully we don't see. I mean, again, hopefully we don't see too much craziness.
Probably will, though.
That's why I had to stop. I was like, we already know we will. Goldman Sachs CEO refutes bank ever had plans to open a crypto trading desk. That is right. In an article that makes entirely no sense. Again, shout out to Cointelegraph, because they have this Bitcoin looking up at Goldman Sachs. They're right outside the office scratching their head like, hey, you told me to meet you here at 3-ish. I'm here at 3-ish. You tell me I can't come in?
Yeah, see a secretary down. We never planned that meeting.
Right. Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon has categorically refuted that the bank ever had any plans to open a crypto trading desk, and stated that earlier media reports suggesting otherwise were incorrect. Solomon made his remarks before the United States House of Representatives Financial Services Committee. Oh, get in front of them boys. You get the, hey, you know you messed up. You know you messed up. On April 10th, during a hearing entitled, quote, "Holding Mega Banks Accountable," a review of global systematically important banks 10 years after the financial crisis. What's going on? I mean, didn't one of these people actually, one of the people from Goldman Sachs, or who was working closely with them, was in like Fortunes or whatever, 40 under 40 for cryptocurrency for their trading desk, that they're saying that, hey, we're not even doing. And again, it might have been J.P. Morgan, but they were bouncing around through all those little banks and capital VC firms. So why is Goldman Sachs all of a sudden acting like they don't know Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, well,
Bitcoin got the receipts.
This is why I say Goldman Sachs is smarter than everybody else on the street, because they never actually chose a side. They straddle the fence better than any company I've ever seen in my life. They literally will tell you in the same sentence, "We are planning on opening a crypto trading desk if we think that we should open a crypto trading desk in the future."
We never said we thought we
never
should
said
open
we.
it.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
Like they'll say sentences like that where you just kind of look and you're like, okay, well, you told us nothing. But Lloyd Blankfein is smart enough to know that you don't want to go all the way into the crypto world without having the infrastructure that you are, going to make and have available.
With,
and
right.
yeah, exactly. So I believe what they did was they put their feelers out. They kind of just said, what if we had a crypto trading desk? Goldman Sachs rumors to have, and then once people were kind of like, ugh,
Goldman Sachs. Well, we're not going to actually do it, guys. We're just saying.
When they hit them with Patrice O'Neill, and they were like, oh, well, the market doesn't really like it, so we never actually brought it up. Don't put us in that. Even though Goldman Sachs does own Circle, Circle has purchased Poloniex, and they did have, I believe, a job opening that posted.
Oh, wow.
Those types of things led us to believe they may have a crypto trading desk. But if they come out and say later we never said it, then honestly, they never really said it, because the newspapers will bury the story, and you won't ever really hear about it until they come out one day. You'll see it. It'll just come out, oh, yeah, we just opened our crypto trading desk, blah, blah, blah. And they'll go into how they planned it, even though I believe this has been in the works for a while.
Yeah. Cointelegraph has previously reported other CEOs in attendance at this hearing included J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie R. in-house Dino Diamond, who affirmed the value of blockchain technology, but reiterated his belief that decentralized cryptocurrencies do not have any intrinsic value, of course.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
And a bipartisan bill to exclude cryptocurrencies from being classified as securities and foster more regulatory clarity for crypto was proposed first by Representative Davidson and Democratic Congressman Darren Soto in December of 2018, has been reintroduced in a revised form to Congress this week. Again, this is all happening again at a hearing, a United States HOR hearing entitled Holding Mega Banks Accountable. Of course, they are all about to go up there and lie. I mean, if Jamie Dimon didn't bury himself too deep into crypto already, he would go up there and be like, same as Blankfield. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. But he kind of made that move and it's become very public. But I don't even know. Again, this is one of those things. As a taxpayer, why do we have these hearings?
Yeah,
we are literally paying for a bunch of congressmen and women, regulators, and billionaire bankers to meet on taxpayer dimes. You understand how crazy it's like? What are they going to meet about? Nobody's going to jail. We've already seen that. Yeah. Now, we meeting about who's going to go work in the private sector next and come to the government.
And they don't get anything done.
Nothing's done.
This meeting solved nothing. They didn't come up with any.
Everybody came there and lied. You
Everybody
can't prove it?
Lied
all right,
like
well, I didn't do it.
And went home and went back to whatever they were doing before. So these things are pretty much worthless. But Goldman Sachs refuting this is not surprising. Honestly, if J.P. Morgan didn't come out with JPM Coin, they probably could say the same thing. They probably like, well, we never were thinking about it either. But too late for them. But Goldman Sachs, definitely got to lie away.
Again, I just want to throw that bug in people's ear. Think about this. So you got some House of Rep members. Let's say you get half the House to go. You get about 20 CEOs. I mean, literally, you're looking at about 200 people. No one likes to work, so they all have their assistants and strap hangers, as we call them. They got to eat lunch. They're going to want drinks. You got to have catering on deck. I mean, literally a meeting for all these people out of taxpayers' money. How much did that meeting cost? And these are billionaires. You're not going to bring what is this? This is 2-day-old avocado? Like, what is this? No, I want mine off the tree, right? So how much did this meeting cost? And as you said, they got nothing accomplished, of course.
Over and over.
Speaking of executives, Coinbase loses 3 senior executives in 6 months as Dan Romero quits the position. Who is Dan Romero? Why did he jump shit? And why is Coinbase, besides obvious, their own team is getting pushed out or starting to realize their nefarious ways? Why is their team losing? Or why are they losing their team members?
Well, Dan Romero, he actually joined Coinbase in April of 2014, so literally 5 years ago. He was the vice president for Coinbase's international business, And whenever you have a startup, even though you have a title, you basically do everything. You just do something more than others. So that's basically what his role was. He was, vice president of international business, but he had his hands in all parts of the business to start. He said he is staying true to the mission. It often requires doing hard and popular things, but I've been lucky to learn firsthand that those hard things often generate the most value. That quote kind of means nothing, but at the same time, it's just him leaving the firm, just like the other employees that have left the firm. Because in my opinion, when these people get to a point in Coinbase where they feel like, all right, we have enough of a reputation, we made enough money, let me move on to something more mainstream or retire altogether, because they have made billions of dollars and they're looking at a valuation of $8 billion. So who knows if he has stock in the company, if he has, his own investments. I think these people, when they get in at Coinbase, it's a good jump start to something they really want to do.
Right.
So if they're, if he wants to be in international business, I'm sure there's bigger companies that can pay him a lot more. Or he could just want to, kind of go off into the sunset. So,
and what's interesting, I want to take a peek at Coinbase long term. And I've never really heard his thoughts on it. I'll be interested in here. But was it Brian Armstrong, the current CEO of Coinbase? Of course, if you remember, his co-founder left him a couple years ago.
Yep.
But literally, he's getting rid of the immediate team that's been there from the start. We speculate on that maybe it's because, as you just said, they own stock. You want to get these people out and paid as soon as possible before they do go public or make any more money as a company. But the thing Brian Armstrong actually really needs to be worried about is kind of what we just alluded to earlier with Vitalik dancing. As much as Brian thinks he's hiring all these top tier all-stars, he got the TD Ameritrade guy, he got the marketing person from Facebook. He has this person from this job. I mean, he's literally hiring all these great executives. One thing he forgets, I think a lot of people forget, like I was speaking to Vitalik Buterin, is that these people have also been in business long enough to be a part of hostile takeovers.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care. They see an open business. They see a weak leader as far as from a business perspective, and they see a way to enter in. You got to remember, all these other executives he's hiring, they know each other. They don't know Brian. Nor do they care really about crypto and stuff. They just see another business that they can jump in, hopefully make make it expand, scale it, grow it, and sell it, as great business people do. So I will almost caution him because we say three senior executives in 6 months, and probably in the last 2 or 3 years, you're looking at about 5 to 7 senior executives or people in those positions from the beginning. So you are literally getting your entire nucleus vacated. You're going to end up being by yourself with a bunch of executives you hire from different companies. And if at that moment, if they have leveraged board seats or stock or whatever, and they all decide to say, hey, how about we just kick this guy out and hire, his buddy from JP Morgan, let's hire Donald Diamond. He's been doing this banking stuff for a while. There's literally nothing you can do but take a check and kick rock. So I would say be careful, be cautious, Brian Armstrong. Don't forget the people you have come up with, because they might actually be the people holding that ship together.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, the fact that everybody's leaving may be an issue there, but they won't let it come out. So
right. Tim Draper to meet with Facebook to discuss investing in rumor Facebook coin.
Oh, man.
What? Billionaire VC investor Tim Draper is planning to meet with Facebook execs to discuss investing in the social media's rumor crypto project. Bloomberg reported April 12th. What say you to this?
Oh, yeah. Well, good old Tim Draper, who has raised billions of dollars through his venture capitalist fund, hedge funds, and all that. He's basically saying that he'll give it a listen. He hasn't definitively said he'll invest. He hasn't said their group is going to look deeper at it. He simply said, I heard they're coming up with a digital coin that'll be pegged to the US dollar. So let's hear what they have to say. And we've heard rumors about Facebook having $1 billion valuation or a roundup of funding. And these things usually can't happen. Yeah,
just for the crypto project.
Just for the crypto project. And these things usually don't happen without big venture capitalists, and almost nobody's bigger than Tim Draper on an individual level. In Silicon Valley, he's invested in so many Bitcoin and blockchain companies. And for Facebook, if they decide that it has some sort of blockchain capabilities, that will fall under that umbrella, and Tim Draper will be right there to scoop it up. Right. I believe he's one of the top people on the list that you want to get in contact with for investment. And Facebook Coin, if they're going to launch and do what they are supposed to do through their platform, they're going to need people like Tim Draper. So this is an interesting twist in cryptocurrency, because he's bullish on Bitcoin, but he may say, hey, let me hedge my bets with Facebook Coin as well, because it's a social media app and people will use it. There will be plenty of aunts and uncles who joined Facebook in 2014 who will gladly get on Facebook Coin, but most people who've been around, they're like, nobody uses that anymore. So a lot of people coming into the space in global, and I think Tim Draper wants a piece of that pie.
And Sergeant Crypto said, no, not you too, Draper. Eric Brooks said, saying ain't so, Draper. Homie, don't play that. Well, when we first talked about Facebook, the one thing we said is that, you know, we thought I think it could be like XRP. So from a business perspective, even if I had additional money, I had a chance to invest in Facebook Coin before it went live, I would definitely do it. Yeah. They have a huge user subscription. So literally, if you just force like 3% to use it on Facebook, that is going to be a good return. Now, will it stick around? No. It could literally, they can literally create one the day it launches, as we've seen many coins that don't do anything. You know, it could shoot up and drop straight down. Which you know, right now I would say it seems realistic. And Tim Draper, being a crypto veteran, he probably knows that too. It's like, hey, if you guys got something where I get in, kind of like I forgot what bank they did with Ripple. They tried to get in at like less than a penny. Then when Ripple shot out, Ripple was like basically like, we're not paying you at the price. They wanted it at like 40 cents or something. They're like, we're not paying you that. They went to court. I can see it being the same thing. Tim Draper's like, hey, I'll give you some money. And when it's time, I just read a comment and started laughing. I'll get to it in a second. I'll give you some money, and when it's time for you guys to go public and stuff, do your little pump and dump, pay me my stuff back, and then whatever. But
I mean, Facebook working on this coin. I thought they need to bring back Honesty Box. Forget a coin. Facebook is working on the wrong stuff because I mean, it's a money grab to me. It's the rich man's ICO. That's what it looks like. So.
And Unknown, shout out to Unknown O'Hare. Unknown said my face is bald and my bald lip. Tank the R&B singer looking like that.
Hilarious. we got a new lookalike.
I've never heard that one.
I was saying we got a new lookalike.
That was Unknown. That was the first time I heard Tank, but whatever. Tank, about to sing to him out here.
Love our followers.
I'm gonna sing to you all about this cryptocurrency like Vitalik rap. I'm gonna be in the background singing while he rapping. So here's a great story to hear. Unfortunately, not the arrests, but the donations. Bitcoin donations have poured in for WikiLeaks after disturbing Assange arrest. What is going on here? And for those who don't know, tell them about WikiLeaks and Julian Assange being arrested in general.
Well, WikiLeaks is a project by a journalist called Julian Assange. If you haven't heard about him, he has exposed a lot of secrets that a lot of powerful people do not want to hear about. Investigative journalism is very risky. He took the risk, and he was basically, kicked out the country because he can't come back in without prosecution. He's been in Ecuador in their embassy for a while. He supposedly had asylum there. However,
I think he was in London, in Ecuador's embassy.
Ecuador's embassy. Sorry. And they 2 days ago basically carried him out like a child, literally by kicking and screaming.
Like he was had him held up by the wrist on both sides.
He had his frazzled man bun. I was like, man, this is a bad look. However, they carried him out because they're going to try and prosecute him. But the best part is funding. He couldn't do anything without funding and without any type of money. And the only option he has at this point is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And currently, Bitcoin donations have topped $34,000 to the WikiLeaks Bitcoin wallet address, which is about 6.7 Bitcoin. So that value could rise in the future. However, we would like to bring up practical use cases for Bitcoin because if there is censorship of speech, censorship of any type of project that's going on, you can still get paid from it. You can't stop people from sending Bitcoin from anywhere in the world. And this is a great example of that with Julian Assange. So he's been a longtime fan. He's, since 2014, he's actually talked about it. And in my opinion, whether you agree with him or not, the fact that you can do this bodes well for everyone, honestly. And we'll see how it goes for him.
Well, and the arrest itself is crazy, people. I mean, this is one of the people who released information. While it could have been national security secrets, if you're doing something wrong without telling your citizens, it's not a national security secret. It's whoever is in this position in our political thing is your secret. You need to go. So it's one of those things that was unfortunate, but as you said, it's pretty cool to see how the Bitcoin donations work. Imagine if they were to donate. People around the world were to donate like 200 million, right? Of course that won't happen, but imagine somebody were to donate 200 or 300 million. Dude's not going to jail. You see what I'm saying? They'd be like, no, all right, y'all want to play this game? And as you said, there aren't any barriers to it. So that's really cool to see.
Oh, yeah. And who knows how much of other cryptocurrencies he may have received. But Bitcoin, like we said,
that's true. I didn't think about that. We don't know if we give him Monero, Zcash.
We have no clue. Yeah, him, some of the other people who are considered bad actors by the state. this is one of the ways to freeze them out, is to cut off their funding. But that is no longer. It's a new day, people. There is no such thing as sanctions or cutting off funding. Just
hilarious.
Put up a Bitcoin address, you can get money.
They say it's unclear if he will be extradited to the U.S. to stand trial. I mean, I would obviously think so, but if he isn't, then they're definitely about to do some take him to a third-party country where we can't be prosecuted for what we're about to do to this guy.
Drop him off.
It's unfortunate. But as you said, here's the video of him being dragged from the embassy. Dang, man, this is messed up.
Yeah. That was, like I said, they literally carried him out.
I haven't seen the video yet.
Yeah.
Damn, he does look crazy with the hair.
I tell you, he got the frazzled man bun, and when they took him out, it was crazy because they carried him. They didn't, walk him out and say, hey, come on, blah, blah, blah. They carried him out. So who knows if this was actually a real arrest.
Right. Here's what's even crazier. And this is the way governments work, people. You told the world information that they thought should be private because they were doing something dirty. And because of that, they're saying you have the option for us to come arrest you, or you can run, we can just kill you.
Yeah.
But we're not doing anything wrong. You're doing anything wrong by telling people we're just going to imprison you and try to kill you.
Oh, yeah. And if you think it can't happen to you,
how crazy is that?
You are sadly mistaken. And that's the bad part is he was just a journalist trying to expose the truth.
It's like the government's a good guy, but you're threatening to imprison a human being or kill him. And the guy who's the bad guy is a guy who just let out information that you all don't want to tell other people. Like, are you crazy right now?
Yeah, man.
This is
apparently
madness.
We are.
This is madness. But to a goodwill story to end Friday, Binance Labs grants $45,000 to 3 open source blockchain startups.
Oh yeah,
Binance CZ. What does CZ have up his sleeve this go round?
Oh yeah, well, Binance Labs, which is the investment arm of the cryptocurrency exchange Binance, has awarded 3 separate $15,000 grants to 3 different startups who use open source blockchain technologies. The grants will be going to Ironbelly, which is a mobile wallet for Grin or Mimblewimble, which you may have seen. HOPR, which is a privacy preserving messaging protocol similar to Telegram. And also Kitsune Wallet, an upgradable on-chain wallet, which has a lot of features as well. So these are the first fellows that they have accepted into their fellowship program, and they look like they're going to have much more in the future. And according to their director, Flora Sun, the innovation requires an engaged community of developers and entrepreneurs who imagine ideas and create new projects to bring products to market. So good to see from Binance, CZ doing this thing. And from a philanthropic standpoint, you can't front on CZ. He's giving away a lot of money to startups. In Uganda, he started different projects. So shout out to him and Binance Labs.
I'm not gonna lie, I won't say this in a serious way, so I won't say jealous, but oh man, I'm like jealous but happy for CZ to see. I mean, this guy literally flipped a few million into a billion in a couple years, and he's flipping a few billion into what will soon be a lot of billions. And again, who knows what's going to happen when the market starts to pump. You get Bitcoin pumping, you get BNB coin pumping, and you get 1 or 2 of these companies from his incubators and universities to do a home run hit too. Oh, that man's about to come off on a good year in the next 16 months or so. Oh yeah, it's happening.
And this keeps him in the news. That's what people don't understand.
That's true.
Philanthropic work. What is $45,000 to Binance?
To a billionaire?
About 30 minutes of production. That's nothing. But they have stories about it. They see people. People see that they're philanthropic. And on top of that, they can write it off on their taxes. So this is a great all-around thing for CZ. Very smart guy. Good to see.
All right, going back to some of the comments before we end for the day. Eric Brooks said, didn't Facebook say it was looking for its coin to become the world reserve currency? That's scarier than Big Brother. I didn't know that, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Not just Facebook, JP Morgan, like everyone wants their coin to become the world's coin currency. I'm not gonna call out some funny names that we know as people with coins, but there's some people we know with coins who want their coin to be the world's currency. But you're right, Facebook, somebody like Facebook or JP Morgan definitely has a better chance, and yes, that is very scary. But that's where we live.
Absolutely, that's how we are now.
Ryan Cooper was laughing about the Tank joke. He said he went on tour with LTD and had personal beef with Tank. There we go. I hope I don't give you a flashback. Wired Sparks say, I read that the Facebook coin was going to be a stable coin.
Yes, pegged to the US dollar.
Quite possible. Let's see. Donald Muhammad, talking about Draper, he helped make Bitcoin popular. Let's see. Ryan Cooper at work turned up. It looked like basically he said he at work. He loves being a manager, and he's and long story short, he said he's turned up on this Happy Friday. That's
he's celebrating the life of Nipsey Hussle.
There we go. That's true. Yeah. Harold George said, "Yeah, something tells me Assange was sitting on something big, or they need to flood the news airways to distract us from something going on." I think a bit of both. He just released something like a week or so ago. That was a new thing that started. He don't quote me on it. I can't remember here. I'll pull it up as I'm talking. He just released something as like a week or two ago. He was threatening to release more.
Wow. And somebody said that he's holding a book. Unknown said the book he is holding is the key. So I didn't notice the book, but if what he has in that book is that important, he could be right. That may be something that people who in power do not want to hear. And like I said, investigative journalists, they do their job. If they find it out, then that's your fault. That's right. Sort of like a criminal who got caught with evidence and then they blame the evidence, or they blame them. It's like, no, we found it out. This is what happened, and we caught you. You just got to charge it to the game. And that's what Julian Assange basically was telling them, like, hey, why are you coming at me for basically bringing out what's open news?
Right.
You just didn't want people to read it. So honestly, this is bad all around.
I can't find it, but as we said, he had just released something and was threatening to release something else, which is why, again, they went to go get him. But regardless, it's also one of those things when it's the United States, and someone's always looking for a promotion. I mean, we're in a system where one person goes down, the next person gets promoted, type deal. One person gets promoted, it's somebody else. So it literally could just be somebody new on the desk. We still haven't caught him. It's been 9 years now.
I need a big splash.
Hey, for real. Somebody's either coming in. You get a big boss that's coming in and going out. Oh, they always got to make it something happen. Like you said, big splash. So it could have been that. So it was unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
Mildly Toxic Frog Juice. What's been up? Said his arrest is a scandal. You're right here. You're right on this one. Respect guys from Germany. Shout out to Germany.
Shout out to Germany.
Sergeant Crypto said, is he even a U.S. citizen? I believe so.
Yeah. Believe so, yeah.
Right.
All this fighting he's doing, I hope he is a U.S. citizen.
Right. It's crazy. Unknown said the book he is holding is the key. So, and I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah, whatever he's probably holding in his person as they arrest him is probably whatever they're after.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't confiscate it and burn it.
For real. The new... It's crazy. It's like right in front of my literally 5 minutes of that
what
video.
You think he's about to do?
Take him around the corner.
Journal, right?
This is the real world. There ain't no happy endings. What Chris Rock says, sometimes the bad people get away with doing bad.
Most of the time.
Right. The New Beginning said, what's up? What's up, New Beginning?
What's up?
A few more comments. See a lot of them still rolling in. Ryan Cooper has turned up. I don't know what he talking about on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
Dio Trice said, okay, talking about your black coin for sure. Wait. Oh, they're trying to take it over? I'm confused about that.
Oh, that's a coin that was already out, and the market cap is so low.
The other one.
He was saying we could just buy it all up and then own it and then redistribute it, or maybe fork the code and call it something else. Who knows?
All right. Last but not least, Don Muhammad says Assange is the definition of a patriot, and that's crazy. He actually is, as well as Snowden. But
yeah,
I mean, mass media, man, will have people, why did you tell us what we should be knowing anyway?
Yeah.
Like,
burn
them at the stake. Yeah, nobody told you to help us.
Just like 1984, people that actually call out what's going on are turned on by the very people they live beside and work with.
Crazy,
unfortunately.
But with all of that, again, it's been a good day in crypto. A lot of news. You got Vitalik rapping. You got CZ throwing money out. You got Coinbase firing his last bit of team members that started the company. What are we doing today for the free cryptic coin?
So, for the free cryptic coin, we watched Vitalik Buterin give some of the worst bars we've ever seen in our life. So, we're giving you a chance to give us your favorite bars about Ethereum. Has to be about Ethereum. Could be about the new protocol or past things.
There we go.
4 bars.
4 bars.
That's it.
What is that? 4 lines?
No, I'm sorry. 2 bars.
2
lines. That's it.
2 bars is 4 lines?
That's it. That's all we want.
2 bars equals 4 lines.
I don't want a whole soliloquy. You're not getting a contract from us.
Hilarious.
We're not going that deep on it. But any type of rap or poem you have about Ethereum and the upcoming hard fork or upgrade, put that in the comments. Put your cryptic coin address, and we will choose a winner and send you those free coins.
All right, again, it's free cryptic coin. Go ahead and fill that out after the video. Last couple of comments. Want to make sure we hit Mouse Skeptin. I think I pronounced that right, but let me know if I said it wrong. Said, "What's up, peeps? Disagree. People less likely to invest in Ethereum because they're rapping and having fun. Vitalik doesn't care. He's going to change the world." Hey, that's definitely an agreeable point. We don't doubt it. again, you never know, but that's the point. He does. I mean, you said that. He was like, he doesn't care. He's getting money. It's about to change the world. We're going to have some fun. So that's pretty cool.
True.
God TV said he definitely need a ghostwriter. Somebody need to say something. And you're all going to help with that free CryptoCoin answers at the end of the video. So
please write some Vitalik some raps.
Let's get something going. 2 bars, 4 lines. Happy Friday. You got anything, brother?
That's all for me.
Cheers.
Y'all have a good weekend.
See you Monday.